Unless you want to hear some shit about EFT that's fucking wild. I had some crazy experiences yesterday with 2 separate clients, and I want to talk about it. I can't go into too much detail because this is personal, confidential stuff, right? And I know these clients will tell their story eventually, but fucking hell. And there's a reason I'm on here pushing this so much, right? Because I've seen the power of this in myself, having huge monumental shifts in like 20 minutes, like absolutely clearing beliefs, memories, trauma, if you want to call it that, in like 20 minutes. Like, wow, like shit I've been holding on for life. And now I'm having the same experience with my clients. It's getting reflected back to me, and they're having these huge fucking shifts where they're like, what the fuck just happened? And I'm just smiling like, yep. So, and I'm talking about EFT for deep personal transformation, not as a tool. So everything you see on Instagram and even my YouTube, this is EFT as a tool, right? You tap and you say the stuff. What I mean, you tap and you say the stuff and you have a shift. Sometimes you can have a big shift, right? But most of the time you're just recalibrating, coming back to neutral. Fantastic. I do it every fucking day. Every day I do this, right? Use those 3 videos, get into it. But if you do those videos and you're like, I don't feel anything, that's okay. But the deep transformational healing is completely different from what is going on in those videos. So don't knock it till you tried it. So I have to be careful how I speak about it. So the first client, it's our second session. So she came to me 2 weeks ago, and she's the one who wrote the review. If you read it, the testimonial, it's on my Alchemize with Eddie page on a carousel. That's all her, right? She had monumental shifts in 1 session, right? And in her own words, she said she did more in 30 minutes with me than she'd done in 20 years of therapy, counseling, yoga, retreats, all these things, where she spent thousands and thousands of pounds on these things and it's not even touched the fucking surface. It's given her some realizations, helped her see some shit, but she ain't shifted shit, right? Nothing was shifted. Then in this session, woof, she shifted. Also, it's important to say her testimonial came a week after, right? She didn't come out and write it straight away. She waited a week to see, to really embody this change. Now, when she's come back a following week, so it's been 2 weeks, she's telling me people in her life are like, what's happened? Like, you look different. And I can attest to this. She looks different. Her face has changed. Her eyes have changed. Even her voice has changed. The way she speaks. I was reflecting this back because I get my clients to voice note me. So you get me in between sessions to voice note me to embody the new change, the new identity. And I'm like, have you heard yourself? Play yourself back. You sound completely different. But it's getting reflected to her from her colleagues, from her family. Everyone's like, what have you done? That is real fucking change when the people in your life notice it. Now, we get into session 2. Whoosh, like we're shifting through some stuff, and then suddenly I see, and I was like, what's happened? I can read bodies and emotions very well. This is why I'm really good at this. All of my 20 years of experience of being with people, holding space, my emotional intelligence, I can see stuff in the body happening before people can feel it. So I see some fucking pennies drop for her. And I'm like, whoa, what's happened? Stop. And then she's like welling up. And she's made this connection to this belief that she's never made this connection in her life before. She's never seen this connection. And suddenly it was like, zoom. So in my head, there's 2 different ways these limiting beliefs are created, right? We have like a trauma, which is a snapshot thing, and then something happens. And we create a story about it, right? So often those memories will come up and we can find them, but there's another way, and this is what I've experienced in my life, is when you are constantly, incessantly told something throughout your life. So for me, every day it's like, you're stupid, or you're bad. So there was no snapshot memory, right? It was a thing that came from a prolonged period of time of people telling me I'm a certain way, and then that creates this story that we take into adulthood. So for her, it was that version, right? But she's clocked it. We're like, wow, okay, so we start tapping on this, following the emotions, following the sensations, and then she's like, whoom, like this throbbing in her face, whoom, boom. So like we back out, come back in, tapping. So we're doing this very safely, working with the body, and then she's like, I'm getting like a whole body sensation. And I know what's happening, something's about to leave her, right? So I'm just holding the space, and she's like, I've got this heat rising, not quite shaking, but there's like something happening in her body. And I could see, you could literally see this thing leave her. don't want to scare anyone, right? But it was like a fucking exorcism. Whole body's like vibrating almost. I've got her here just saying, it's safe to let go of this thing. It's safe for this to detach. This thing leaves her. Massive release. Massive release. Full body shake. Balling and everything. So I'm like, do you need to be held? And she's like, yeah. So I come over, boom, I'm holding her, just like, you're safe. Like just bringing it like the fucking divine masculine and just holding. She clears this thing, like the tears stop, the shaking stops, and she's like, boom. She was like, what the fuck? Like, it was fucking insane. This is a similar experience to what I had with my EFT. This thing fucking left me, which goes in my throat, and this thing fucking flew out of me. What we discovered, it was a version of her inner child that's been clinging onto her for 45, 46 years. This version of this child has been desperately clinging on and running her fucking life. And we let that little go, like we let that little girl inside go. Like, what a insane. Yeah, I'm running out. I don't want to talk any longer because it's going on for so long, but I had another experience with the client after, not as profound as that, but let's just say she was a bit skeptical, and it took us a while. I really working with her, like wasn't accessing much, and then suddenly, this memory drops in. We start playing back. The memory brings up emotions. We tap in on these emotions. Like she had an emotion in her belly, right? And as we're saying certain things, you hear her belly go. She was like a little bit taken back. I know exactly what happened. We'd released something, and then we come back to a limiting belief. And I was like, something she was so sure of at the beginning. Like, are you sure? She's like, yes, 100%. And I'm like, do you believe it? She's like, no, I don't believe that anymore. Fucking shifted the belief. Wait for the testimonials. You don't have to hear it from me, hear it from the horse's mouth. But I'm gonna keep telling you about my clients' experiences, so you can start to feel into this, right? If you've got a feeling, so the second lady, she doesn't know me at all, right? Follow me on Instagram and that. She had a feeling. She jumped on a call with me. She's like, I don't even really know about EFT, but I've just got this feeling. I keep saying, if you've got a feeling in your body, fuck this. This is the thing that's stopping your healing. This is stopping your healing. But if you've got a feeling that there might be something here for you, or that you might want to work with me in a certain way, just follow the fucking feeling. That's God directing you to something. Anyway, wow, I just woke up just in awe of this work. Follow me, in awe of this work, and I want to help as many people as I can. God bless, have a good day. Thanks for listening.